In this video, I'm going to show you how to access and use a free keyword research tool, the Google Ads Keyword Planner. Now, it's important to note that this keyword tool can be used either for keyword research for your Google Ads campaigns and PPC campaigns, or it can be used for SEO keyword research, search engine optimization. Now, I'm also going to show you in this video how to do forecasting so you can present your keyword research in a professional way to either your clients or your colleagues. So keep watching. Now, in order to use Google's Keyword Planner, you need a Google Ads account, which is free to set up. There is a bit of a process to set it up. You just need a Gmail, and you will have to enter your billing details. But it is free to set up an account and doesn't take too long. So once you've got either your brand new account set up, or maybe if you already had an existing Google Ads account, you can find the Keyword Planner by navigating to Tools and Settings in the top right hand corner and then selecting Keyword Planner. And you then have access to get forecasting information and find new keywords. So in this example, we're just going to take a look at keywords first. That's what I'd recommend doing. And I'd recommend starting with keywords rather than starting with a website. So just for this example, let's say we have a solicitor's firm and we want to start finding keywords that prospective clients will be searching for when they're trying to hire a solicitor. So we're just going to start with Solicitors London. If we're based in London, and we're going to get those results. And what it's going to do is it's going to give us a selection of keywords which are related to the term that we've entered in. So we can see here that we've got a long list of different keywords which are related to solicitors. And you can select your location. So if we wanted to, we could adjust this location and put in just London. So we could, if we want to make sure that the terms we're looking at are related to that location, are being used by people in that location, we could enter London, remove the United Kingdom, and see how the keywords differ for that location. Now, in this example, we don't necessarily have to do that because a lot of the terms used around the country are still going to be applicable for London, but that's an option that you have available to you. So the thing to do next is to think about the types of keywords that your target market are going to be typing in. So the most important part of keyword research is the intent of the keywords. We need to think about, for each keyword, what is the person or people thinking about when they use that keyword? So Solicitors London, that's clearly related. People who use that keyword may be looking to hire a solicitor. They may just be doing research about solicitors, but clearly the intent is there for some of the people searching for that keyword. Also, law firms in London. So that's a good keyword because somebody who's typing that in, they're specifically looking for law firms in London, and they may be looking to hire one of those law firms. So it's very important to take a look at all of these keywords and try and understand the intent. Conveyancing solicitors in London, so that's specifically related to property. That person knows what they're looking for. Now, when you're looking at keywords, it's also important to consider whether they're short tail or long tail keywords. So short tail keywords are generally keywords that are 1 or 2 words long. For example, Solicitors London. And short tail keywords are generally more competitive. More people are either bidding on those keywords, or more websites are trying to rank for those keywords in the search engines, because of how related they are to a particular subject. They're the types of keywords everybody's going to think of. They're not the most imaginative keywords, but they're very high volume. A lot of people use these keywords. So we can see for this keyword, there's an average in this location of 1,300 searches being made, which is quite a lot when you compare it to some of the other keywords which only have a few hundred. So it's important to make a distinction between short tail and long tail. Now, longer tail keywords, which are 3 words or longer, and you know they can be up to 6 words, 7 words, are more specific. So they're less competitive. There's usually lower search volume, so less people searching for them. But because they're more specific, people who are using those longer tail keywords already know what they're searching for. They already know what they want. And for that reason, they may be more likely to convert into a customer once they visit your website. So it's important to include both of these types of keywords, short tail and also long tail. You want to be making sure that you research long tail keywords and include those within your plan. So let's move on now. Now next, it's important to take a look at some of the metrics that we're going to have within our research. So we have all of our keywords that we've researched here, and for each keyword you have an estimation of the number of monthly searches that are being made by individuals. Now it's important to note here that these are very, very rough estimates, and ultimately there may be higher or lower there may be a higher or lower number of searches than what's being shown within Google's research tool. You will also notice for some keywords, not for any of these it appears, but for some keywords there will be basically no searches shown. And that doesn't mean that there's nobody searching for those terms. It could just mean that people are not searching for them often enough for Google to have any data on those keywords. So if you see a keyword and it has no searches, that doesn't mean that that's not potentially an important part of your research, and you should you should include that within your research. Now you also have a column for let's start with competition. So you have a column for competition, and that goes from low to medium to high. Now this competition is competition from advertisers using Google Ads for these keywords. This is not SEO competition. This is not competition from people who are trying to appear within the organic listings. So it's important to note that if a keyword is high competition, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be high competition for the SEO rankings. It could be, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means that there are a lot of advertisers bidding for that keyword. Now we also have, again, for the Google advertising, a top of page bid low range and top of page bid high range. So this is, and again, it's a very rough estimate from Google, how much you would be, the minimum you would be expecting to pay, so in this case around £2, to appear on at the top of the page. So within the block of the first 4 ads. So you'd be expecting to pay a minimum of £2, and the high range for your bid would be almost £7, so £6.88. So that's what those metrics are for. Now, these bid metrics are not useful if you're doing research for SEO, for search engine optimization, but they are quite useful to have if you're running a Google Ads campaign. Now, the next step is to download the research. Now, you might be thinking of just highlighting the keywords that you want to use and then adding them to the plan within the Google Keyword Planner tool, but that feature doesn't seem to actually work at the moment. It might be fixed in the future, but it doesn't seem like the plan feature actually works. So the best thing to do is to download your keyword ideas. So by clicking the button in near the top right hand corner, download keyword ideas, and it will prepare a Excel sheet for you to review your keywords in. So you'll have a breakdown of all of the keywords that you have just researched, and you can see all of the same metrics, search volume, the competition, etc. And what you can do is you can review the list and remove any keywords that you believe are not relevant and not worth targeting. So we can do that quickly here. So we've already established that solicitors London is relevant, law firms. Now, immigration lawyers. Now, if the law firm I'm doing research for does not cover immigration, then we can go ahead and remove that. So we can just go ahead and delete that. Are they employment lawyers? No, they're not. So we can delete that. Now, maybe they do include conveyancing services and they want to be generating traffic for that. Okay, so we will include the conveyancing keyword. Top law firms in London. If somebody types in top law firms in London, are they searching to potentially hire one of those law firms? Maybe. Maybe they're just looking for a list of top law firms because they're doing some kind of research, maybe for an article. So you need to keep that in mind. What is the intent of the keyword? That's the most important thing. So we could test this keyword and we could take a look at the traffic and see what kind of engagement and what kind of conversion rates in terms of customers we get from that keyword. So we could test that, but it's always important to think about what's the intent of the keyword. So solicitors in Ilford, maybe we don't cover Ilford, so we're going to go ahead and remove that keyword. Again, employment solicitors, we're just going to remove that. Best law firms in London, that could be that could be somebody searching to hire a law firm and they're searching for the best law firm. So once you've gone through that process of weeding out all of the keywords that are not relevant to your business and are not being used by your target market, the next stage is to break down all of those keywords and get some forecasting data so we can predict how much within a Google Ads campaign are we going to be spending. Now, if you're just doing this research for search engine optimization, you don't have to do this step. But if you are setting it up for a Google Ads PPC campaign, then it can be very useful to do this. So I'll just show you the process for that. So again, once we've selected which keywords we want to target within our campaign, the next step is to get that forecasting data. So we're just going to, just for the sake of argument, if these are the keywords that we'd like to use within our campaign, we've made that decision, we're just going to click Control C to copy those keywords. And we're then going to go back to the keyword planner and we're going to click back and we're going to click on Get Search Volume and Forecasts. So we click on into that section and we're going to paste our keywords into the box and click Get Started. And what we're going to have here is a breakdown of the volume of clicks we can expect, the impressions we can expect, the cost, the click-through rate, so the percentage of people who are going to actually click on the ads that we're running, and the average cost that we're going to pay for clicks. And if you click on this arrow on this graphic, then you can adjust the cost that you want to pay. So if we are expecting to have, if we're looking to have a monthly budget of £5,000, then we can select that and all of the predictions and metrics will change according to that new budget. Now, it's important to mention again that all of these figures are estimates only, and your actual performance may differ from this. So it'll give you the estimate for your daily budget, and you can also add in your predicted conversion metrics. And so, for example, if we expect our conversion rate to be £10, 10%, then we can enter that here. If you're not sure about your conversion rate, maybe have a think about that and then enter it. You don't have to enter that now. You can get the forecasting data without that. And you can also enter your value per conversion. So if, for example, the lifetime value of a client is, for the sake of argument, it could be £10,000, and you expect your conversion rate. So once somebody hits your website, 10% of those people are going to turn into customers. Then the value of a conversion is £100. So we can enter that here and click save. And that'll update all of your forecasting data to include those conversion metrics. So you can see here it's predicting, based on this, that we'd have 130 conversions for £5,000 in spend. So once you're happy with the forecasting data that you have, you can then download this. So you can click in the top right hand corner, download, and you can then click to download the forecast. So I would click plan forecasts, and you can download that again in an Excel sheet, and then you have all of that data. Now, the data looks a bit muddled and a bit messy the way it's initially presented. So when I'm going to send this over for a client or a colleague to look at, I'll always clean up this sheet. So I'll get rid of the columns that really we don't need. And then what I also like to do is to add in the graphic from our earlier research within the keyword planner, and paste it directly into our research, into our document. And this kind of complements the individual keyword data and just gives people something nice to look at within the research. And you can do a few other things to sort of make it more presentable and neaten up the research, but this makes a very clear, concise, and direct way to present your research to either your colleagues at your company or clients that you're working with. So I hope this video has been very useful and very informative, and will be very useful in you carrying out keyword research for your online marketing campaign. If you need any assistance or any further advice in carrying out research or getting forecasting data for a campaign that you're looking to run, then feel free to get in contact with us at contact@optimizlab.com. And if you'd like more videos like this to help with managing your marketing campaigns, then feel free to subscribe to this channel. And thank you for watching.